Talk about social isolation, which can be so devastating for people. It's actually as bad for you as smoking, some studies have shown. So what happens when you want to change your environment? Because we've talked about people are contagious, and sometimes, like I did in my 20s, I decided I needed to make a major change, and that meant leaving a lot of my friends behind, which was really painful. So how do you make that change and decide where you're going to start finding these positive people without becoming socially isolated? This is hard at almost any age. If you're in college, it's really hard if you decide to walk away from a group that you know isn't healthy for you. Where do you find that? If you're an older person and you're in your, whatever, 60s, 70s, 80s, it can be really challenging. But even for, like middle-aged moms, it's tough. So I know in my 20s, what I did is I joined a group at church, and that was really helpful to me. I started to find friends in school. So I made my friends like from study group and things like that. I found things with what I was doing. I found people where I was doing things and where I wanted to go. So I'm one of those people my husband calls a seeker. I joined if there was any self-help seminar available to man, I was in it because I wanted to make changes. And I would join mastermind groups because these are people who are really striving to do things in their life. So be creative. I would love to hear what you're going to do if you're making changes with people in your life, what you're doing to not become socially isolated, and where you're finding